Back to the fence, and that's gone.
There it is. Ace to win the set. It's caught. 20-10. Touchdown.
This is going to be in the gap.
Score! Yes! Score! Go to the deflection. The Andover Huskies win their first state championship.
From the Andover Athletic Field tonight, it's QCTV presenting you on Wednesday night Lite. Girls high school lacrosse as the Andover Huskies, with a record of 2-1, play host to the Bunker Boulevard rival, that of the Anoka Tornadoes. The Tornadoes come in with a record of 1-2. I'm Joe Ruland, and welcome. And thanks for joining all of us here tonight, along with the whole QCTV staff. This one should be a highly active, competitive matchup. The wins thus far for this Husky squad for Andover have come the way of a win over Coon Rapids, 14-3, Blaine, 16-3, and a loss to a very fast, very talented Rosemount squad by a score of 11-8. They are led by head coach Brad Geese. Meanwhile, for Anoka, they picked up a win to start the season over Forest Lake. That was a clutch win, 9-8, and a loss to Champlain Park and then to Grand Rapids Greenway. They are led by Ellie Hendricks. Thanks for joining us, and we are ready to get things going on the face-off in the white, moving right to left. Getting ready there to take the draw for Andover is Delage. And we get ready as well for this draw by Wahlberg. Anoka in that left, in the darker red uniforms. They'll move left to right. You'll see a couple of just modifications to some of the rules. The first one you're going to see is 12-minute quarters. There'll be 4 quarters, 12 minutes in length. All the coaches have enjoyed that change. That gives them an opportunity for some timeouts, an additional 2 or 3 timeouts. So underway, here's a run here and a pass just missing on the connection. That will be awarded back to Andover here on that turnover. And Andover will get a chance to make their run. If you're going to see the Huskies and some change here, they certainly like to tone things up and cut down on the turnovers from last season. And you'll also see them as well with probably a strong possession on their first. In fact, something in the lines of 40 to 45 seconds to kind of run their cycle. A team last year, Andover, put up some major goals. In fact, they scored 158 goals and surrendered just 66 last season. This year, they have scored 38 goals and surrendered 17. That, of course, with Andover. You can see the scramble, and Lucy Morgan is the starting goalie. Of course, they'll have to do without the services of one who has graduated in Eva Bach, who is spectacular. A long throw picked up on the ground ball. Here comes Andover on the run. Stop. Pivot. Backside. Now a quick dump over the top and just missing the crossbar on that quick scoring burst by the Huskies early here in this first quarter. Thanks again on just a beautiful Wednesday evening. Great to see the sun and a lot less of that wind. Working back now to the corner, it's Delage. Delage works it along the side. In the front, cutting. Weaves right back out again near the 8. Drop there, quick turnover, scooped up on the ground. Good transition that time. Good plop pass up top as Anoka tries to make their way out clean. A run to the far side, and that's Tanya. Tana with it. She is the leading scorer this season. Jalop with 6 goals thus far for Anoka. To the far side in the wing, trying to pursue, trying to cut in. A reverse back out top. Into the hands of Jayla Tana. Drop back. Again, another high scorer is also, you'll find from Kendall Rick Lee. Cutting in front, now to the side, trying to quickly convert and work behind. We can get you some starting lineups here as one next stoppage of play as well. But right now, Anoka threatening to score that first goal. They're averaging 3 a game, zigzagging through a quick shot, scores! Finding the back of the net, 7th goal of the season, Jayla Tana tallies the first goal. And Anoka jumps out with a 1-0 lead with 8:59 to go here in the first. I don't believe there'll be an assist, but Tana had zigzagged enough to cut that through. So 1-0 lead for the Tornadoes. We'll give you a kind of a need to know here later in this first quarter on this matchup. Another draw at midfield. Flopped high. Wahlberg picked it back up. That was Delage trying to settle it. Now the Huskies has it rolled back up to the far side. And they'll try to reset their offense here. Turnover by Andover. Again, one of the things that Coach Brad Geis said he would like to see him improve on, and one thing that's been an emphasis is the cut down on the turnovers. They lost 5 seniors, did the Huskies last season, as did Anoka, as they lost an assortment of starters as well. We'll get you those as the rest of this game kind of unfolds. 1-0 lead early for Anoka. Again, they come in as a mark of 1-2. Andover 2-1. A quick run from the 8, bursting in. Pass Morgan. Or they're looking to have. They did not. I think Anoka, as did I, thought they singled a goal. It was not. So Morgan will grab it back. Lucy Morgan, 0-1 this season. Gets a quick outlet pass. The one thing that Bach also did a great job is that quick outlet pass. Excellent on those ground balls. Zigzagging around the defense. Now moving in. Andover trying to make a push here. Mady Schreifels will get the whistle. And they're going to reset here on the foul. Just outside the 8-meter. For this free run. Schreifels holds back underneath a shot there. Could not convert. That was Yates. My fault. 15 instead of 5. And Yates tried to go under the garage door, slide that one by, but making a nice save. A change at the last minute by Jaden Schultz. Schultz started most of the games last year as a freshman. And now she'll make the start. She was injured during the Forest Lake game, which she got the win. Missed the last couple of games, and just before game time, Ellie Hendricks, the head coach, said we're going to give her the run, and she'll be between the pipes. Working it down around the perimeter here, just kind of slowing it down, kind of getting into a flow. Team that's certainly capable of putting up some goals. Huskies averaging a total of about 12 goals a game. Now sticking up, whistle here. We'll shut down on this foul. A run coming from the 8 on the far side here for Andover. 6 and change remaining here in this opening period. In the front, quick one-timer, release, beautiful save, kicked back out by Schultz. She denies. Off the rebound, they whistled, and now it'll be possession for Anoka. They'll try to work it out of their end. Good pressure as Andover tried to reciprocate the goal. They called that a danger shot call. Just bit the piece. Set inside here, and the shot that they took was clarified. It was actually went off the helmet, so it was a kind of a danger shot. So that's why they called it dead. Thanks for the update here by some of my colleagues next to me. Running here in the counterclockwise. Now around the perimeter at the 12. Fanning it out, looking inside. No one there. Anoka taking their time, looking for a seam to attack. We'll get a whistle here. And this foul whistle on Andover. Quick run here, quick shot, scores. This one does get by, and that will be a goal scored by Riley Wahlberg, her second goal of the season. I believe that was number 30 from up here. It looked if that was. It was going to be awarded, as I mentioned, to the midi. Riley Wahlberg. Timeout is called here. 2-0 is the lead for Anoka. And we could take a look at those starting lineups or what happened if we want to do that now, or we can continue to get at it. So 2-0 lead, Anoka here on this Wednesday night Lite. QCTV coming from Andover High School. Another great game going on tonight for Andover is the girls softball team, so we'll keep an eye on that screen. They are 7-0 so far this season, and they are taking on Champlain Park this evening at 7 p.m. We'll try again to try to get you some scores on that as it unfolds as well. Timeout here whistled, and again, we are looking at 4 12-minute quarters. There we get a look. Head coach Ellie Hendricks. Starting lineups include Paige Dischinger as a defender, along with Gretchen Pavarut. Pavarut, who can forget about her year as a goalie on the ice here for the Tornadoes. Lizzie Shoknek, also one of the starters, and Kendall Rickley rounds out the defenders. Vanessa Hoover, attacker, followed by Amaya Olson, Cadence Jacobson, and Lily Carver. And then the middies, Jayla Tanya. Tanya scored a goal already, and then that was the first one, and then Abby Moore. One of the midfielders rounded out by Riley Wahlberg, who will be credited for the second goal for Anoka. Let's take a quick look here for the Huskies starting lineup as the officials are settling a few things here during this timeout. They're led by head coach Brad Geis. Geis is going to go with the starters of Addie Thennis, followed by Emma Collins as attackers. Maya Engler along with Ella Yates. Isabella, or rather Izzy Micah, top goal scorer so far this season for Andover as a midi, followed by Dallas and Lensmeyer, along with Aaron Walsh on defense. Mady Schreifels, Riley Klein, Ruby Wolf round out the defense, and in goal will be Lucy Morgan. Thanks back in the studio for that update. Looks like we are set to rejoin play here. 4:42 to go in this first quarter. Anoka has jumped out front. They are averaging 3 goals a game, and they have 2 already. Off the face-off, controlled far side on that scoop and run. Looks to be Molly Chambers. Trying to pick up, scoop up, keep the ball in the roll. Up top. Now to the near wing, drop back down to Moore. Moore trying to create a spacing there, unable to do so, but she'll drop it back, and that goes to Olson. Dropping it back on a pass to the side. Now trying to make a cut inside, and drops it back on a pass to Libby. Addie Libby. She'll drop it down, working again just near the 8. Trying to find an alley. Great D so far here by the Huskies, as they will try to cut into this 2-goal deficit. Next possession, this one goes behind the goal, and they'll reset. Possession here awarded back to Anoka, and they have the 2-0 lead. Moving it to the near side. Working it up, getting to first to the scoop that time it appeared to be Andover. And finally, they will award it to the Huskies, and defensively handling that, bringing it in was Schreifels. Run near side. Another good speed. Schreifels going north-south. Cuts in, looks to pass around near the 8. Sets up to the side of the net, looking for some teammates and some cutters. Inside, gets it, catch and release, and a goal. Beautiful catch and release, and finding the top upper part of that net. The Huskies. Andover cuts the deficit in half at 2-1. Try to get you a confirmation on that goal here in just moments. Here's a replay as you take another look. Cutting in front. Great timing. And that looks to be Delage. Will get credit for that goal. Merrill Delage, her 10th goal of the season. And Delage, certainly excellent hockey player as well. Picks up the goal, and the assist on that may go to, my understanding would be here, potentially to perhaps number 5, making that dish in trifles. So set up here, it's just now a 2-1 lead here for Anoka. Battling for the ground ball, trying to get the scoop and the advantage, and it's going to award it to Andover at about the 20. Moving it up top. Trying to get spacing, that's Maya Engler. Kicks it off with that attempt. Huskies awarded it back behind the net. They'll scoop back up with just over 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. Working it back behind and now trying to find a gap. Huskies collect their 39th goal of the season. Quick run near the 8, trying to find an alley there. Denied, and now it's shot to the head with a stick, I believe was the call. So it's awarded to Anoka on this transition. Near side is Rickley. Passes it ahead, popped out of the stick that time by Andover, but they won't call it a forced turnover. They're just going to call it a foul on Andover, so they'll reset. And Amaya Olsen will start it upfield, cross midfield. Kicking it ahead, now pass across, now down below. Trying to find an alley, back out to Olsen. For the near side, now a look. A gap quickly closed down by the defense of the Huskies. Far side is Libby. Thought about pursuing, but right now a lot of Anoka players outside the perimeter, not a lot of cutters. Just under a minute to go in this first quarter. Again, the difference this season, not 2 halves, but 4 12-minute quarters. On the run, turnover. Some great speed, cutting it back, poke checked off the stick. They're going to call that foul on Anoka, quickly picking it up and moving it in a rear direction. Now a chance. Here comes Andover, cutting through to the 8, looks to pop it down low, kicks it back off to the 8, another whistle. Stoppage of play, 27 seconds, and time still running here. The call gave it back to Anoka. Quick goalie pass up ahead. Huskies try to quickly control with 10 seconds left. Another whistle on that foul, and it's picked up, and they, with 8 seconds left, will stop the clock. Nope, they're going to say keep the clock rolling. With 7 seconds left, finally, the Huskies can put it in play. But then there's another whistle here, stopping the clock with 0.7 seconds. No, they're going to say it's the end of the first quarter. So everyone's getting used. One of the first games, at least for some of us here this season, but it is 1 period in the book. It is a 2-1 lead for the Tornadoes. Will return for the second period of girls high school lacrosse here on QCTV. Welcome back. Second period just about ready to begin here as Anoka has opened up with a 2-0 lead early in this first period, and the Huskies able to cut that deficit in half on the goal by Merrill Delich, her 10th of the season. Goals by Anoka in that first period. Jayla Tana, she collected her team-leading 7th goal of the season, and the second was by Riley Wahlberg, her second. 2-1 lead. The Huskies trying to tie this up here in the second period. Again, we're at 12-minute periods, 4 periods. As we get things set across the way here, and beautiful night here at Andover for an outdoor sport of any sort. Moving left to right here in the second will be the Huskies in the white, and of course Anoka in the maroon. Face off again here. This will be Wahlberg tangling up against Delich. Delich used to taking some of those draws in hockey. They'll reset it here at midfield and get things going here in the second. Huskies again graduating 5 seniors from last year, and what a talented crew that was. As the Huskies last season took the loss in the semifinals of the Section 2 Centennial. Centennial went on to lose to Champlain Park, who represented Section 7A in the state tournament. Quickly off the face-off. Huskies matriculate that ball downfield and get a good shot, and a nice save by Schultz. Huskies back in possession. In the pocket of the stick here, holding on and coming to the near side. Bouncing it back behind, resetting, taking a deep breath, now trying to get set. Again, working it around the perimeter. Huskies trying to get in to kind of a flow here before they begin that cutting. Set it aside, a little cycling as they work it around the clock here in the opening moments of this second period. Andover's lone loss so far this season to a very speedy and talented Rosemont squad. They try to make their cut there, now poked free. Race to that ball ensues, now scooped up and handled there. Working it back out, that was Collins who had it momentarily. Pass up ahead, cannot connect. A race to the ball ensues. Good burst of speed picked up here. Anoka wants to cut it up, go across the grain, put the shot on, and delivers, going almost coast to coast to deliver on a beautiful goal by Cadence Jacobson, her 4th of the season. And what a burst of speed to pick up that ground ball. Cut across the grain, moved right, shot left to beat Morgan, and back to a 2-goal lead, a 3-1 now for Anoka. There you see it. The effort and the speed itself, and able to close the deal. Cadence Jacobson, junior captain for Anoka, and that is goal number 4 on the season, and back, as I mentioned, to a 3-1 lead for the Tornadoes. They are getting it set. 9:47 left, and they'll restart here. And get Wahlberg again along with Delich on this draw. Face-off controlled off the bounce by Anoka. Just took the one bounce in the right spot. Now, Tana again. Moves in close and scores again. Oh, pretty uncontested. Great seam, found it, and Morgan couldn't get her stick on it to disrupt. And now a 4-1 lead. Impressive move. Again, right off the face-off by Anoka, the Tornadoes. In the zone here early. Two unanswered goals. Huskies had pulled to within one near the end of that first quarter. But quickly answering here with two of their own. Certainly Anoka. Goal came probably about 20 seconds apart from after the goal scored by Jacobson. Huskies now control, set up in their own off the draw. They're going to set up camp behind their net and get their play call going. Some motion inside, trying to twist, cut. Still holding the ball on that far side is Andover, working it on the wing of the perimeter. Inside, there's an angle, there's a shot, there's a goal. Huskies answer, cut the deficit in half at 4-2 with 8:56 to go. Waste little time, found a beautiful seam, and with the burst and the close and the goal, I believe that was going to be Delich again, but let's get a confirmation. But a beautiful pass, good, clean, crisp pass. Hit the pocket, and another quick catch and release shot for Andover. 4-2 lead. Now for Anoka. Appears to be the second of the night for Delich. Making it her 11th. She trails to have the team lead. The team lead is by Izzy Micah, who has 12 goals for Andover. Off the faceoff, this one plopped high and captured, corralled. Abby Moore now ahead. In some dangerous hands in possession here is Tana. Tana twists, spins, turns, and we get a whistle. Chance here for a free possession, 8-yard run. Anoka will get the look, and that will be Jayla Tana. Tana burst in, goes over the top. Anoka reestablishes possession, looks behind. Looks to cut in front. That's sealed off. This pass goes wide, unable to make the save. And the Huskies now grab possession. Next stoppage here or some time. We have a need to know by Joe for you on this rivalry between these two teams. It's such an interesting fact on how balanced it has been. Inside, a pass missing. Huskies unable to at least get a stick on it. Control it at the pocket. And that'll allow Anoka to work their way up. Near side. Anoka with the 2-goal lead. They turn it over. Lensmeyer, quick stick that time. Good reaction. She intercepts. Now they'll set up. That's Delich. Delich surveys the field. Looks for a little crisscross with Lensmeyer. Lensmeyer tries to kind of leak in and underneath. Not there. There's a quick burst coming in with a save. Stopped on a dime that time. Nicely done by Jaden Schultz. Didn't know if she was going to get a start. Initially scheduled for the start in goal was Holgrimson. Coach Hendricks before the game said I think Schultz is ready to go after the injury. Picked off, turnover. Here comes Dellage. She wheels and deals, tries to get to the teammate. Teammate there. And the Huskies will get a look as a whistle. This will be a free run here. A good look. And the Huskies ready for that whistle. They come in, take the shot, hits the post, kicks right back out, almost from where that 8-meter run started. Near side, trying to run it out. We know she has speed, and that is number 30 here, Wahlberg. The second goal tonight for Anoka. We look at it here. Let's take a look at the need to know. Between this rivalry between Andover and Anoka in girls lacrosse, Andover has won the last 5 battles. That includes 2023, 2022, 2021. 2 losses or 2 wins for Andover that season, and then 2019. The last 5 meetings on this need to know by Joe. That's right, we're having captured by the Huskies. So they have won the last 5. Now here's an interesting part. From 2018 on until 2012, that's 8 straight previous meetings. Anoka has won those. So the first time these two teams met, the first 8 meetings, Anoka took home the win, had an 8-game winning streak in girls high school lacrosse. And then the tipping point came at 2019, and that's when Andover picked up the first win against Anoka. They have won each of those matches prior. So in 2019, of course, with COVID in 2020, no season, they picked up 2 wins at Andover in 2021 versus Anoka, then 2022 and 2023. How about that? A 5-game win streak, but the Tornadoes own the series the past 13 games with an 8-5 advantage. So each of them have kind of won in groupings. 8 straight for Anoka. And then the last 5 have gone away for Andover. I think we'll all sleep better tonight with that information, but nothing the same as right now. Tornadoes with a 4-2 lead, but Andover in possession. They loop up top, looking to the side. Quick spin move inside, a little quick to shot, and a pass to Lensmeyer goes off of her stick. Lensmeyer can certainly score some goals. She had 17 goals last season for the Huskies, as did Izzy Micah. Scoring punch. And now as they get things set, work it back around, come back across midfield with the little mojo and flow. Here's the run. Near side, trying to work it through. Takes it to the corner, just with some of those numbers a little tough to pick up. That was, I believe, Engler. Maya Engler. 3 goals scored here in the second period, and 3 scored in the first. Andover has outscored their opponents 15-5 in the first period. In the second period, they have outscored their opponents 9-4. We're set up here, waiting for the instruction, and move it around up top. Good pass, good leap there. Lensmeyer sets it back to the far wing, rotating it around. Engler kicks it back. Lensmeyer, 1 goal, 1 assist this season. Here's another burst coming through. Dellage looking for a trifecta. Has it knocked from hers. Then she tries to go low on that shot under the garage door to try to find the back of the net. Unable to do so. Huskies still in possession with 2 minutes to play here in this first half. Quickly back near the perimeter at the 12. Surveying now, a quick burst move, cutting inside, ready to pull the trigger, and we get a whistle. .143 left in this second quarter, or shall we say the first half. Getting ready for the run here. Free run. Good look. Shot. Scores! Huskies bring it to within one at 4-3. A snipe. A quick goal off that open set from the 8. Huskies jump out. Here's another look. Quick snipe. And finding the back of the net is Micah. Micah with her 13th goal of the season, her first tonight. And the Huskies strike to within a goal here, 4-3 with 1:40 left in this first half. Great camera work to capture the quickness and wasting little time finding an alley. And finding the back of net to beat Jaden Schultz, the sophomore goalie for Anoka. Off the faceoff, it's controlled. Verse, still with Micah there. Far side at the wing. Andover trying to work it, find that seam again. There's Micah. An explosive goal scorer. A look to the near side. As mentioned, 17 goals last year for Micah. She already has 13 this season. 53 seconds left in this first half. Going to be another free run here from the 8. Free possession, getting ready from Delage. Delage looking to tie it here, gather another goal just before the end of this first half. Delage takes the run, gets in, cuts. Ricochets off the post, gets a follow-up. Oh, what stick-to-itiveness, and she buries it back of the net. Delage with her third goal already here tonight, 12 on the season. And Andover has tied it up at 4 apiece with 49 seconds left in this first half. She picked up her own rebound. We'll get another look here. Delage bounced it right off the post. Good hands. What soft hands. Got the rebound right back to the pocket and found a corner pocket on the Anoka goal to tie this up at 4-4 with 49 seconds left. Andover now looking to take potentially their first lead if they can here before the end of the first half. But a nice job of just tying it up. Face off again with Wahlberg and Delage. This on the ground, trying to scoop up and get it back. Huskies furiously battling there to try to get possession. But Anoka has it here. Ahead, near side, trying to find some alley. Olsen knocked out of her stick, picked up by the ever so dangerous Tana. Back again to Tana. She tried to cut back, lost her footing. 15 seconds left in the first half. Stood up at the 12, rather at the 8, and now kicking it back out. Now trying to refuel around the perimeter. They're going to call time stoppage with 6 seconds left. 6 seconds remaining. A foul has been called on Andover. And Anoka will be given a free look here. Drops it back. Tana reverses. She's knocked to the turf as time expires. I don't think there was a call to end it, but the Huskies have tied this up 4-4 on a goal by Delich with 49 seconds remaining in the first half. We are knotted up at 4-4 here as the officials are still having a conversation. We're going to keep it here for just a minute to see if there's any additional calls as the players and the officials are still on the field. So they have been issued a yellow card to Andover. I'm going to try to find out as we go to a break here. So let's take a break. If they hold it, they're going to have a run here yet. A free time lapse, so we're going to keep it here. They're setting up a free possession. So they're going to put 2 seconds, that's my understanding, back on the clock. Opportunity here for Jayla Tanya. A chance to score. They give Anoka a chance to recapture a lead on this 8-meter free possession, as a yellow card was issued to Riley Klein for Andover. Okay, 2.2 seconds left in this first half. Here we go. Free possession, 8-meter run for Anoka. Winding back, shot, and a save is captured, and that will end an exciting first half. Beautifully done. Good poise by Morgan to collect that free possession shot by Tanya, but it is a 4-4 tie at the end of this first half. Anoka and Andover, would you expect anything else? Girls high school lacrosse, second half coming your way here on QCTV momentarily.
I won't waste away lonely.
We just got back from like our annual Fargo trip where we go up to West Fargo, compete there at a big conference meet, or not a conference meet, but just like a big, there's a lot of schools there, and it's a very, very fun meet for the entire team. So that's kind of like my halfway checkpoint usually throughout the season, so yeah.
Yeah, I'd say we're doing pretty good. I mean, we've only lost like 1 or 2 meets, so we're on the right track right now.
Our Centennial meet this year, we're really looking to beat them because we had some beef with Centennial, but unfortunately we lost. But like our coach says, every meet is just leading up to sections.
We're gonna get our chance.
Oh yeah.
Definitely one of the better most memorable experiences I've ever had on this team has been, going up to do that Fargo trip. So it's great. We always do a fundraiser to, make sure that we can get kids up there every year. So it's definitely like the highlight of the season for a lot of people.
Any good stories from there, or just what happened to Fargo? Stay in Fargo.
We got a lot of stories, but they probably shouldn't be shared because, we're boys.
Yeah, I'll share one. There was this one year, I think it was like my second year, you have a room full of like 4 boys. They're messing around sometimes. It's sanctioned fun. They put 2 beds together, lost the key card like 3 times in that room. It was, got a little bit wild.
That happened in my room this year. So.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the swimmers are all very respectful of each other and we're all very supportive. My head always ends up hurting because I scream too much because meets are very long. I just enjoy it. You got anything to add to that?
Yeah, like there's a lot of the meets where at the end of the day your throat is just sore from screaming like, yeah, go! and like you said, swimming it's a lot of a group sport, but at the same time it's an individual sport because you're trying to sort of self-improvement, but in the way that helps the team the best.
I can't really smell in here anymore. It's just a familiar smell. I always smell like chlorine, and I'm always itchy and dry.
I hear from a lot of people it like really burns their eyes when they're at a meet for too long.
Oh yeah.
We have always had a team cheer that we do right before a meet. The origin goes back so far that it's just been passed down from like captain to recite it. And then also once we're walking out onto the pool deck from the locker room, I think a big tradition that we've always had is just like putting our hoods up and just trying to feel as cool as possible before we get out there, just get pumped up before the meet. So
I don't know. I'd say the other thing is too, we always walk out by grade, so seniors lead.
I think it makes a lot of sense. I think definitely like going through all 6 years of being on this team, like I've always had people to look up to, role models who have like taught me different like little tips and tricks of swimming and like passed down their traditions that they've always done on this team. Because this team has always felt like a very, very close-knit family. It's not something that I've really seen from any other sports team in the sense that we all have fun. We're all like, we take swimming seriously, but we allow ourselves to just like bond very, very closely in a way that I think is really unique here. But I have always like, I've always looked forward to this moment, like as my last year, and especially as captain, where I'm able to like share that with younger swimmers and make sure that they have a similar experience and that they're able to pass on those traditions as well.
Yeah, I mean, like Dylan said, because we're seniors now, we really want to, you know, kind of prove to everybody and to ourselves, like, I was here, I did these things, and, you know, I got it done.
I mean, Centennial, we had a dual meet, just us versus them. They were able to take that meet. When we went to Fargo, they were there too. We ended up coming ahead in that meet, so have a little win under our belt. Anoka would usually be our rival, but we're not facing them this year, so they get spared a year, so.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I would say Anoka is probably my biggest rival just because it's Southern A town. And
yeah.
I play them 3 different times, 3 different sports, so it's pretty important to me, you know, just to whoop up on them.
I don't know if we're facing Anoka this year. I don't believe we are, but usually when we face them, it's usually who's the real A-town. It's usually back and forth between us.
It's a very big thing here. Like, there's this long-running joke that Andover wants to be the real A-town, and it just goes back and forth.
Can't admit it, yeah.
Yeah, we're always going to be the real A-towns.
Just about ready to begin this second half or the third quarter. Welcome back, QCTV. I'm Joe Rulin along with the whole QCTV squad here for this fantastic rivalry. This, the 14th matchup between these two teams. Andover has won the last the last 5. Meanwhile, winning the previous 8 of this matchup dating back to 2011 has been Anoka. Right now, we're tied. And goals scored by that way in the first half include the goals, first off, for Anoka. Toma scored the first goal, followed by Wahlberg, and then Carver, followed by Cadence Jacobson, the 4th goal. Andover answered with 2 goals by Delage, a goal by Micah, and then a goal as well tallied by Engler. For Engler, her 5th goal of the season. Delage, with her 2 in the first half, has a total of 11 on the season. And of course, for Izzy Micah, she has 13 on the season. She's the team leader in goals, at least for the Huskies. Begin the second half. Moving right to left here in this third. Andover. They control it off the faceoff. Take it out wide to the wing of the perimeter. Moving it in. Now a look. Trying to stop. A way to elude the defenders. Good play out there. One we haven't mentioned, but fantastic player out there on defense is Gretchen Pavarud, number 9 for Anoka. She had a tenacious season in goal again here for the Tornadoes in their hockey season. Up top now, you get a look at Engler. Maya Engler, a junior, 5 goals, make that 6 goals with the one she's added here tonight and 1 assist. Moving in, looking to cut up top and making that motion, and a look there was Thinnis. Working back to the end zone, but behind the net. A little catch back and forth between Delage and her Husky teammate. And that, of course, being Micah. Micah tries to reverse. She is shadowed closely by Tana. Works to the side. Now again, Tana will try to pick her up as she comes back out front. Here's a push. Here's a move. There's a scoop. There's a goal. Scooping that, finding a seam, and scoring the second goal of the game is Izzy Micah, her 14th of the season. She held on to that in that cradle for quite some time, tried to find a seam, had some poise, and it paid off. Sliding that one under the garage door, matriculating her way back in front of the 18 and picking up the goal. And the Huskies, with that goal, have their first goal and their first lead of the night. At 5-4, that goal game just 10:18 left here in this third. Delage takes the draw again against Wahlberg. So 2 goals for Micah, 2 for Delage, and 1 for Engler. Andover claims their first lead with a 5-4. First goal of that second half. Micah sets up and kicks it near side. Huskies in no rush. They want to control that tempo. Delage looks inside to a cutter. Just at the 8, just beyond the reach that time of a teammate, and it's picked up the goalie to Schultz. Schultz taking a look at the field, who she can hit the moving target, tries to complete, gets it on a bounce to the turf, loose ball. And that's going to go the way of Andover. Such a significant part is not only scooping those ground balls or maybe making a save, but a quick or at least a deep, accurate outlet pass by the goalie. There's a look here. Beautiful save. Schultz, again, last year she played most of the way in goal as a freshman for Anoka. She picked up the win against Forest Lake. Also incurred an injury during that game. Missed the last 2. Some tough losses as Anoka lost 17-1 to Champlain Park back on April 15th. And then just last week to Grand Rapids Greenway by a 6-1 margin. Andover, that 5-4 lead as they continue to hold possession here in no rush. Lensmeyer at the wing, drops it back. Now up to the top of the perimeter. Tough matchups here as it looks on their way, is cutting through the 8, now looking to cut through on the side. That was Delage. Still with possession on the side. That is Andover. They work it to the near side. Along the clock and around the perimeter. Drop back, almost a pick off. Good effort there by Anoka. But that gives Delage an opening. She has it poked off of her stick. And a great outlet pass. And ahead to Olsen. Olsen quickly forwards it ahead, but knocked loose. Ground ball, loose ball, picked up. Good forced turnover there by Andover. And finally, in the pocket here for Andover. Near side, Micah with a run. Continues the run. She's got a far side winger looking to cut in on an attack, but she'll set it up and rethink it. Just under 7 to play here in this third quarter. Andover has captured their first lead on the second goal of the game by Micah. Izzy Micah now with 14 goals on the season to lead the team. Micah had 3 goals in the season opener win versus Coon Rapids. Delage 2 goals, 3 assists. Engler 2 goals, 1 assist. Out tonight also for the Huskies is Thorson. Thorson out with a bit of an illness. Thinks about going, recircling on the doorstep, connects, a good connect, and I'm not sure if Schultz got a piece of that. If she did, it was an impressive save, winding up with a quick one-timer and release on the doorstep that time was Thinnis. Addie Thinnis back again, now up around. Near side again, they'll reset. Lensmeyer against the D of Anoka. Kicking inside, that one's deflected. On the backside, they'll get a whistle here. In goal for Andover in that first win of the season, 14-3, was Kruna. Rachel Kruna, a freshman. She's 2-0 this season. She also picked up the win versus Blaine. As Morgan returned from a hand injury against Rosemont, kind of a dubious honor. That's a tough Rosemont team. A game that the Huskies suffered an 11-8 loss. Quick spin move, spin cycle, and a shot and a goal. Off the spin cycle move by Delage, that gives her the hat trick on the night. She has picked up her 3rd goal, and the Huskies have now extended their lead to 6-4 with 5:18 to play in this third. She was not going to be denied, was Delage. Got possession, found a gap. And here's another look. Inside, there's that spin cycle, quick, going right, then goes left and finds the back of the net. Snapped that off with a snipe, and Schultz probably could see very little with her back. All she could see for a while was the back that time of Merrill Delage. And now, with their 12th goal of the season, the Huskies have taken a 6-4 lead. Moving right to left here with 5:18 to play in this third period. They'll redo this faceoff. And they're set. Delage this season played as a defender on the blue line for the Huskies hockey team. And then Maya Engler as well. She was centered her line. Both success in many ways. And now quick burst coming through, not to be denied again. A quick shot trying to reciprocate, and they do. The Tornadoes cut into that 2-goal deficit, now 6-5 in favor of Andover, but quickly reciprocating the goal. Or the Tornadoes, and what pure speed. Look at this run for the hat trick on her, for the second goal, rather. Tana connects. Jayla Tana. 8th goal of the season for Tana. And we're back now to within just a 1-goal lead for Andover. 5:05, that last goal took just about 15 seconds for Anoka to answer. Face-off again controlled, and it's, I'll tell you, they are able to cash in quickly many times here in Anoka, or at least threaten. When they do win the face-off, they do have possession, far side, tried to send a pass across to a teammate. Down to the turf goes an Anoka player, and back with the ball and on a run on the near side. You're getting a look here at Izzy Micah. She'll set up camp. And now she'll drop it back to Lensmeyer. Lensmeyer, a year ago, with 18 goals. Of course, that was a team last year for Andover that produced 158 goals offensively. Point blank opportunity, bam! We're back to a 2-goal lead for Andover. Delage, unstoppable tonight, her 4th goal. Left all alone in front. And she buried that back of the net with some conviction. Delage, goal number 4 with 4:04 to play in this third. Here's another look. A good pass, always on the move. Bam, right there. Quicker than a hiccup on that release. But a beautiful pass just before that by a teammate. And the Huskies reclaim now a 2-goal lead, 7-5. Delage has gone goal hunting tonight and has been successful. 4 already. Off the face-off the draw. Here comes Delage again on a run. Surveys the field, looks inside. No one's going to stop her. She finds it. Another goal back of the net. I couldn't see it earlier on, but now with the nickel. Boy, when she gets in that open field, she is just focused on finding the back of the net or finding a teammate. This looked like it was deflected almost twice by Anoka, and then finally getting by Jaden Schultz. Great camera work there by the crew down front. Andover now with their largest lead of this match, 8-5. And Delage with a season high 4 goals. With her 4 goals, she now has 13 on the season. Off the faceoff again. They get it right back to her. Good strategy there. Moving ahead. Point blank. Scott scores. Oh, my. It is a goal party going on here in the third period. The 5th goal of this third period for Andover. And we still have 3:36 to go. Huskies have done a great job of getting some odd man runs down that field right off of the faceoff. Good eyes this time. A good look and a bury on the back of the net. I believe that was Micah. In the right spot. We'll get confirmation here. I think that is 19. And there's the Huskies, 1 point trailed by 3 goals. Now have a 9-5 lead as they get ready for a face-off with 3:36. Micah will take this draw. It's been Delage up until then. Face-off getting ready. Anoka. I tell you, Anoka won a face-off here in the third and darted down 10 seconds later and scored. Andover has won the last two, and they've been able to find Diligent some open spot. And now back the other way. Open space. Shot here. A goal. My goodness. They are lighting it off of the face-offs. And I'll tell you, they're optimizing those draws and getting the spacing they need. And that will be a goal once again for Jayla Tana. Open space again. Good job to hold possession. She went low that time. It looked like it bounced just before it crossed that white line, that goal line. Morgan in the right spot, but just missed on deflecting that shot. So Tana now with 3 goals of her own. And off the oh-so-significant face-off, here comes Lensmeyer back. These teams take little time after winning that face-off, and they optimize the spacing and their speed and quickly capitalize off of that win of the face-off. Now back behind, they're set. Lensmeyer kind of lofted a pass there, off the bounce, picked up by the Huskies. Huskies up by 3 after the goal by Tana to cut the deficit to 3. With 2.5 to play here in an exciting third quarter. A goal party has been unleashed here in Andover tonight as both teams in this competitive rivalry. Huskies trying to make it 6 straight wins against Anoka. Lensmeyer tries to move left and goes to the middle, to the right, and we get a whistle here, the stoppage of play. 2 minutes remaining here in this third. Andover has their way, and this will look to be a chance here on a free run by Andover, unable to control. That may have been Lensmeyer with that look. An outlet pass sends Anoka in the wrong direction, chasing, and Andover will take it over on this turnover. 90 seconds left in a fast and furious third period. Kicking it up, looking to go left, now deciding, cutting it back to the right. Now down to the side, looking for the cutter, changing places where the ball just came from on a previous pass. And Andover again in no rush with a minute remaining. Lensmeyer here sends it near side. Engler had it momentarily, a pass out front, regaining control, trying to scoop it and send it under the garage door on that fadeaway. I believe that was Engler with that opportunity, could not convert. Anoka now with possession, gets it over to Schultz. Schultz between the pipes, the sophomore will try to get a clean outlet pass. A bounce pass missed by the team here with Anoka, and finally they pick it back up. 9-6 lead for Andover as time is 25 seconds. That's what's remaining here in the third. Pass ahead, good clean reception by Olsen. She's disrupted by Lensmeyer. Lensmeyer just being difficult. No easy injury, no easy passes down the field. She sticks with it and creates the turnover. Into the net now for Morgan. And we, with that horn, will go to the end of a third period. The Huskies, a team that once trailed 4-1, now have a 9-6 lead over Anoka at the end of 3 complete. Do not go away. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll return with the fourth quarter here for Andover Anoka Girls Lacrosse.
Hi there, I'm Cameron Kaitonen, City of Andover Natural Resources Technician. I'm here to talk about the Nature Preserve Commission, formerly known as the Open Space Advisory Commission, which is an advisory board to the City Council. This group is primarily tasked with management and maintenance decisions of the 4 nature preserves in the City of Andover. This group was originally formed in 2006 to help decide what properties to purchase after the approved $2 million bond referendum that same year. After that referendum went through, the group helped to decide on 4 preserves that were purchased. The group is also tasked with looking at potential funding options for potentially buying new land in the city. The group generally meets quarterly on the second Wednesday of the month at around 6 p.m. So beginning in November, December, we will be looking for new members to the group. There will be information in the November, December edition of the city newsletter, which will outline the application process and instructions for if you are interested in applying. So if you are interested in the outdoors, interested in being a part of the community and working along with the City of Andover, and also would like to meet new people, this might be a great opportunity for you.
Welcome back. This, the 4th quarter of girls high school lacrosse. Things have been moving quicker than a NASCAR pit stop here, and both teams converting on face-off draws and wins of those draws and converting them into points. Impressive display of some speed, some talent, and the Huskies have now a 9-6 lead. As we start the 4th quarter, Delage with 4 goals on the night, leading the way for Andover. And of course, no surprise as Tana with her 3 goals, having an impressive evening as well. Keep in mind, it was a 4-4 tie at the end of this first half. Total of 7 goals scored in that 3rd quarter, and cannot wait to see what the 4th quarter has ahead of us. Andover in the 4th have outscored their opponents 6-5 on the season. Coming into tonight, they had outscored their opponents 38-17. Meanwhile, for Anoka, they had been outscored, Anoka 31-11 in their first 3 games. But battling here tonight, they have a win over Forest Lake, does Anoka, and then a loss to Champlain Park, and a loss to Grand Rapids. Face-off coming as Anoka will be moving right to left. High toss in the air off the face-off to draw. That was Chambers who took the draw there for Anoka. Andover controls, and they quickly get set. Move it down the field here with the 4th quarter just underway. Delage again, nasty. Oh my goodness. Is she sniping tonight? She will hold off as a whistle had been blown prior to the goal released. So no goal, they'll reset. And she'll get a run. Will Delage here. A free possession. She has been so effective with these tonight, and she hits it again, buries it, bottom of the net. Oh my, goal number 5 on the night for Delage. Look at this quick first step, a burst. No one can get into the close. They get enough to try to disrupt, but she's got such conviction with that shot, snaps it off. Goal number 5 for Delage. 14 goals this season. And that will give Andover their largest lead here at 10-6. Awfully also significant face-off for both of these teams. They've been able to really win the face-off at midfield and convert it into points. Not in just like, say, 3 or 4 minutes later, 15, 20 seconds later. Delage again. Tangling it up on that face-off with Chambers. Chambers, a senior. She's one of the top leaders in draw wins this season for Anoka. Off the deflection, the Huskies control far side. Kick inside, Lensmeyer on the pass, drops it to Delage. Delage walks it back along the 10. Now to the 15, operates, goes to the top of the perimeter, gives a pass. Lensmeyer has a look, has a score! Eden Lensmeyer, her first tonight. Beautiful dish, beautiful pass. A little give and go back. Slim kind of a pick. She gets it. Good clean pass. Good clean capture. And she buries that. Her second goal of the season for Lensmeyer. The first tonight in Andover. Has opened up an 11-6 lead. 2 quick goals here in this fourth. Delage will take the draw again. Let's see who Anoka will send. And I believe it's going to be Chambers again on this face-off. No, it was Tana. Anoka controls. Move it in. One and done after the turnover. Andover has possession. Quicker than a hiccup here on the near side. Good burst speed race there by Thinnis. Addie Thinnis, she jumps it off to the near side. Switch up a little bit on a weave for Andover. Just under 10 to play, fourth quarter. Pass to Delage, not completed. That ground ball scoop up on the turnover. Picked up, held on there by Rickley. Rickley with it again. She is bracketed there defensively by Andover. Tries to pass it ahead to a teammate, loses possession, and Andover scoops it up on the ground ball, moves it in. We were looking at Thinnis on that side. She has some speed to the top, trying to convert. Moving it back up. This will give Andover a chance to kind of exhale and get that offensive set going. Brad Geis, phenomenal job here. We get a whistle. And it'll be a free possession here for Andover. With 8:50 to play, pass downside, down on the doorstep, a beautiful pass and converting. Lensmeyer picks up her second consecutive goal. What a beautiful, it was almost like an alley-oop pass. But as soon as she had that thing in the pocket, she buried it back of the net, and Andover extends their lead now to 12-6 as they have doubled up on Anoka with 8:47 to play. Goal number 3 on the season for Lensmeyer. Again, keep in mind, she had 18 goals last season, did Eden Lensmeyer for the Huskies. Huskies looking to extend their win streak over Anoka to 6 games if they can continue this level of play here tonight. Thanks for joining us on QCTV. Joe Werlin and the whole QCTV staff getting some great camera work. And I'm just enjoying the pleasant weather as well, but also the speed of this game by both squads. Huskies looking to move to 3-1. Scoop up there, nice job. Moving it around, continuing is Rickley. Brickley on the pass. Unable to handle it clean. Delage is there. She picks up, and now she's on the run. Temporary whistle and stoppage. Delage, far side, has the run going. She has the space. No one's going to pick her up yet. She continues her route. On the backside, she's got a teammate. Turns, fires, takes the shot, but quickly to that ball is Lensmeyer. Just under 8 to play. Andover in possession. Coming up next for the Huskies, they will be taking on Eden Prairie coming up on the 25th tomorrow. One thing with the scheduling this season for the Northwest Suburban Conference is they've limited to the total, I want to say, of 8 or 9 games. What's that good for? Is, well, you get a chance to play a lot of other teams outside your conference. Eden Prairie, for one, for the Huskies tomorrow. Also teams like Rosemont. Does nothing but get you better and better ways and better teams to kind of get a look at different styles. Here's a look at a free opportunity here for Andover. Clean save there. Nicely done. In goal, I want to say, if they were warming her up, we'll get you updated here in a moment. Scars! What else? A 6-pack. Delage gets the 6. My goodness. You just hope to contain her. 15 goals on the season. Delage came in with 9 goals tonight into tonight's matchup. And how else do you say it? She is like in the zone. She's in the middle of a cluster, finds a way to release that shot. Outstanding effort. And then again, some tremendous assists. I haven't gotten to those names. They've handed out some beautiful dimes. And right now the Huskies, 13-6. This lead with 6.5 to play. Near side, making a run. Here comes Anoka. Trying to settle up, trying to cut. Splits the defense. Ball comes loose, regathering that. And has it controlled there by Wahlberg. Wahlberg scored the second goal of the game for Anoka. They gave him a 2-0 lead. That was in the first. A free possession here. Working the outside from the 8. Moving in. Tries to go low. Nicely blocked that time by Morgan. Got a good stick. And a save. Now the rebound. Swirling. Spin. Tries to come back out front. Kicking it back on the near side. A look there was. Chance there for Cadence Jacobson, but she was denied. Timeout by Anoka. You can take a look at some of the class rankings on some of the top teams here in the state, and maybe you'll also taking a look at the Northwest Suburban Conference. We had mentioned that here we get a look, and thank you to Trinity back at the studio. Benilde St. Margaret right now 15th, so a fresh one due early next week. Prior Lake, number 2, of course, they've had a number of state championships. Lakeville South, Stillwater, Minnetonka, followed by Eastridge, Edina, and Champlin Park. Champlin Park will be taking on Edina tomorrow. And then Orono, number 9, followed by Elk River Zimmerman. And the number 10 spot here in the class rankings. So tough competition. The Huskies look like they're on their way to move to a 3-1 start. Head coach Brad Geis certainly, refuels his team each year. Great strategy, knows his players extremely well, and having it there in her 4th season. There you get a look at Ellie Hendrick doing a great job trying to get the team back focused after just an onslaught of goals scored by Andover here in the second half. 9 goals tallied by the Huskies, and we still have 5:44 to play in the fourth. It was a 4-4 tie at half. And I'll tell you, Delage has come unleashed. A 6-goal performance for the senior. She and Micah had been battling for that team lead in goals. Micah had 12 coming into the game. Delage had 9. With the 6 on top of that, Delage now has the team lead with 15 goals. Lensmeyer with one of the other goals along with Micah as well tonight. So back play resumes. Anoka resets here after the whistle. It'll be a free possession. Quick sprint in, trying to unleash that shot, but disrupted by the defense. Cleanly picked up there is Morgan. Projected starter for Anoka in goal is now in goal as Delage comes back. She is disrupted right there, going for her 7th goal. In goal is number 25, Holmgrensen for Anoka. They're reset as the clock continues to move, approaching 4.5 to play here in the fourth. After the whistle and the foul, it'll be Delage with a free possession here. Looks in, gets around, looks underneath. Now switches spots with a teammate, but she has still possession of that ball. Back in front, circles in front, gets the gap, puts the shot on, and a save deflected. Just enough by Holmgrensen. Huskies win the race to the ground ball. Looking to push some pressure, reversing. Coming back out in front. Deflected after that shot. And that goes behind the net. Huskies hold control there with 3.5 to play in this third. Both these teams getting set. Meanwhile, for Anoka, they will take on Centennial next on the 29th. We've got a whistle, and we will have a yellow card here issued to Andover. May have gone to Kennedy, is that Riddle? Kennedy Riddle, perhaps. Playing a player down, at least for the next couple of minutes, is Andover. Now to the side of Anoka. Trying to answer. Whistle here, and they will award this to Anoka. They'll get a free possession here. Change spots. Are they set? As they take some time to get situated. It's kind of a shell game. I'm still trying to find. There it is. It is. Anoka and, of course, Jacobson. Caden Jacobson, who has a goal. She has possession of the ball right now. Gets a look. Converged on by the defense of Andover. She recircles. Same song, different verse. Finally, it creates a rebound. On the far side, here comes a run by the Huskies. Big strides, continuing to move. Wow, the speed continues. No one picking her up on that far side, left all alone. And she just continues to run with the ball. 2.5 to play. In possession, looking in, cutting in. It's going to get a look. Redirects it back out. And still with it. Some great play there on the far side by the Huskies. They're fine just taking time off the clock and having possession. Approaching 2 to play, the Huskies en route to their 6th straight victory over Anoka and moving their season record to 3-1. Tough matchup tomorrow versus Eden Prairie for this Husky squad, but Brad Geis loves to play that high-level competition whenever he can. Builds that program. Micah circles almost a figure 8 as she works her way on the backside. Up front, kicks in it near side. Up top, and a good look here for Andover, and they look content just to run the rest of this clock out. 90 seconds remaining. Circling up front, had a look. Reverses. Kicks it back out, and we will get a whistle. With 1:17, some substitutions coming out here as Tana calls it a night, I believe. Working it in, Andover now kicks it right back out to the wing. Set underneath. Moving in again after that whistle. 55 seconds. Set in here, and Huskies get in close, try to get the scoop on the ground ball. Loose just in front of the goal mouth there. And Anoka comes in, picks it up quickly, and tries to work their way out. Good burst of quickness by the Tornadoes. Tornadoes move now to 1-3 on the season. As 23 seconds remain, the Huskies will take home an impressive 13-6 win this evening, as they were down early in that first quarter and also the half. They call a timeout. Let's take a look at the schedules coming up here on QCTV, and the schedules perhaps for both of these teams, as both teams take probably their final timeout of the evening. So look at the schedules here for the Andover Huskies. They take on Eden Prairie tomorrow at Eden Prairie. Then they travel to Champlain Park to take on the Rebels on the 29th at Spring Lake Park on May 1st. And then they host Centennial on the 6th. And then they travel to Blake on May 7th. Challenging schedule continues for the Huskies. Anoka on the other side continues and tries to find their way, as they have games coming up at Centennial on the 29th. Then on May 1st, they're at Coon Rapids, followed by hosting Blaine on the 6th, Spring Lake Park on the 8th, and Chisago Lakes on the 11th of May. So that's the schedule for both of these squads, and the QCTV schedule as well. You get a quick look at that as boys lacrosse continues. Champlain Park versus Andover on the 29th here on QCTV. Then softball, Rogers versus Anoka on May 2nd. And then girls lacrosse again, Spring Lake Park versus Champlain Park on May 6th. And on the 10th, it's boys lacrosse again, and there you get a look. On the far side, Andover makes a run with just 14 seconds after play is resumed after the final timeout. Andover taking home a 13-6 win over Anoka tonight here from the Andover Athletic Field. An impressive outing. An impressive outing also in goal for Lucy Morgan. She'll pick up her first win of the season. But certainly it was a goal party that happened tonight, led by Meryl Delich. She had 6 goals, leading the Huskies to a 13-6 win over Anoka. I'm Joe Rulin for the whole staff. Thank you for Trinity leading it back in the studio, producing. Awesome job. In addition to the cameras here as well and the staff. I'm Joe Rulin along with QCTV. Thanks for joining us. Have yourself a Major League evening at a minor league price.